Hey everyone, I'm Tanisha. This is my channel, The Monarch Witch. On this channel, I'm here to help expose the tactics of the powers that were, as well as awaken you to your spiritual gifts. So, if that sounds like something that you're interested in, I'd love to welcome you on this transformational journey. So today's topic is going to be about the timeline shift that's occurring in each of us right now. I recently did a video on how that was impacting us on a collective level, to do with the topic of religion and our beliefs surrounding that. But this video is going to go in depth on what's happening within each of us individually, and I'm hoping by doing this video that by the end of the video you'll have some tools and some understanding on how to navigate this shift. When we do shadow work, we're often having to go into the subconscious to find what's hidden and heal from it and work through it. But with the help of this full moon and this super moon, it's actually brought it forward into our conscious mind instead. So now what's happening is we've all become extremely aware of our shadow, and you can see that playing out on a collective level by all the dark things or secretive things that were hidden in the world are starting to come more and more to the surface. But it's also happening on an individual level to all of us as well. And a lot of these hidden emotions are actually going to be to do with the past. Because remember, as I said, the full moon is the end of a cycle and a new beginning. Okay, so that's why all of the subconscious shadow that was hidden that's going to come forward is to do with your past timeline as well. And so a lot of you are going to be feeling like you've got one foot in the past timeline and one foot in the future timeline. So you're kind of going to be probably feeling this pull back and forth, unless you've already gone straight into the future timeline. But I know that many of us, myself included, are kind of straddling the line between the past timeline and the future timeline. So what's going to be happening with that is, because it's no longer in the shadow, you're going to be confronted with situations, with people, emotions, everything to do with your past, all right? So you have healed a lot of that. I feel like most of you that will be watching this video will have done a lot of healing in your life. So what's happening now is all of that healing, everything that you've healed, is unfortunately coming back up, which can suck, because you're probably feeling like I've done all this healing, like why am I still dealing with this? Well, what's actually happening is it's all coming up and giving you an opportunity to see what you've healed and to see what your life would look like if you chose to stay in this past timeline. So I feel like for many of us, this is going to be like a final healing, a final purge, because what's also happened is the karma wheel, the wheel of fortune in life, is kind of turning back around the other way. So it's kind of been going forward, now it's turning back around the other way. And this is why you're kind of probably going to get like past people and situations and everything like that coming back as well. And the interesting thing about it is, I feel like it actually it takes you right back to the beginning, right back to where your lessons, your karma patterns that may not be so healthy for you, it's going to take you right back to actually where that started, which for a lot of us is in childhood. But the really positive thing about this is, because you have done so much healing, instead of being so much in it and not being able to see what's going on, It's almost going to be like you're going to get a bird's eye view, where your higher self is more connected to you than what it has been because of your healing. And you're going to be able to see exactly how everything's worked, and not just from your perspective, but the perspective of the other people involved as well. It's almost like we're getting the opportunity to have a life review, but you know, while we're still alive, instead of it being when we cross over. So, you know, while this is all happening, it can feel like hell, because obviously not everything from our past timeline was a positive experience. But the positive thing that we can focus on moving forward is that now, seeing it from all perspectives, we have a choice to make. And the choice is, are we going to go back to this? Are we going to stay in this timeline? You know, and like, have we learnt enough, or do we need to revisit those situations? And I want to stress here that there's kind of no right or wrong, although the future timeline, I feel like, is probably going to have less negative energy involved, although it's never completely so, because there's always ups and downs and positive and negative energy in life. But you know, that's the next chapter, the next level, you know, leveling up of your soul. So, you know, we do want to level up, and we do want to go in that future timeline. But the reason I say there's no right or wrong way is because there may be lessons that you need to revisit. There may be things that you need to sort out before you feel within your soul like you're ready to move on to the next level. Other positive thing that can come out of this is you're probably actually gaining a lot of clarity on what your actual gifts in this world are. You know, by looking at the past, by looking at the lessons that were learnt, the people that were drawn to us and what we went through, we can see more clearly what we're here for, and what spiritual gifts we've used along the way. And the final positive thing, although there's probably you know, many more positives to it, but that would probably take forever to tell you all the positive outcomes of this. But another positive thing is the powers that were can't hide anymore. You know, they can't hide their tactics anymore. So more and more of us are becoming aware of that, but we're not just becoming aware of the tactics, but how to stand up to it and how to move forward from it as well. So there's a lot of positives that can come out of it, although it may feel like hell for a lot of you at the moment. So I just want you to keep that in mind as you're going through it. So to end this video, I want to give you a little ritual that I've done that can help you move forwards into this future timeline, that can help you make a choice and see clearly what you need to go back and work on, or if you feel like you're ready to step into the next chapter. And the ritual is cleansing with sage. So when I cleanse with sage, I light the sage, I call in my spirit team, you know, to protect me while I do it and keep anything else out of my energy. And I ask the smoke to lift any negative energy from me. But specifically this time around, I asked it to lift negative energy from my past timeline that has been holding me back, and send it away with the smoke and transform it. And you know, you do this for however long you need, and I recommend cleansing yourself, but also your space, your home, as well, and cleansing away any of that stagnant energy that's kind of keeping you from seeing clearly and moving forwards. And I feel like it's then quite important to replace that energy that you're removing with the new energy that you want to manifest in your future timeline. So for me, I like to do that with music, because there's a plane going over. There's a lot of talk about how songs in the music industry are spells, and you know, they're using it for bad if we listen to these songs, but you also have the power to put your own intention into music and use it as a positive and a high vibration as well. So you know, I like to pick a song that reflects what energy I want to express moving into the future timeline while I'm cleansing myself with the smoke. So you know, I do that at the same time. So it's removing old energy, past timeline energy, and bringing in the new energy of what I want to embody moving forward. And I'll just tell you the song that I used. So I used Shine Like a Star by Bob Marley, because, you know, that's kind of the energy that I want to emanate moving forward, is just being really happy and comfortable in who I am, helping others, shining my light, you know, and I feel like it's probably the energy that many of us want to embody. So yeah, so that's how I then replace that energy, and that has helped me step into the new. Now, obviously, you don't have to do that if it's not something you feel comfortable with. You may have your own little rituals, but just anything that can like cleanse and help you move forward, I would recommend at this time. Obviously, there's also other herbs you can use, but sage is a favorite of mine. But I would also highly recommend asking the herb to do exactly what you want it to do as well. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video has been helpful to you all if you're going through difficult times, and have a great day or night wherever you are.